Hey family, good morning, good morning, good morning. Leave a little bit of the model that we've been doing here for the last few years. But again, I will mention this. Welcome in, right? Welcome in, family. Us who are the 1100 plus strong. Again, getting folks prepared for as we will transition eventually into, because you're going to see different iterations of this podcast, right? Just like you do life, right? There's different ways we're all living life, but we're all living life down here, right? Right, wrong, and different. We are still all living life down here. Family, thank you, right? And welcoming us, the 1100, almost 1100 plus strong, I should say, that look at, think on. Loves, we're still in the month of love, right? We got to keep talking about love. There's never a time, family, where you can't interject love into a conversation. Don't let an adversarial thought process get in your mind where you can't ever talk. You can talk about, if we can talk about how much we hate each other and hate how this girl looks. And, I'd mentioned that thing about Mean Girls, right? Before I get started here, right? Let me just, it won't take long. Today, we're seriously not going to take long, right? Welcome in us who think on, who love after, right? The almost 1100 plus strong who think on, loved after, love after, study after, right? Look up, look for, and look toward, right? Hunger and thirst for that, which is a different view, family. Welcome in. There's a thing here that I'd mentioned a while ago. There's a couple things I need to bring to light. One, we're going to cap off the conversation about Captain America, Brave New World. Of course, my wife was sleeping at the time and it was early morning, but we had to talk to the family, man. We had to get that off the chest while I had just finished watching that movie. My wife went with me, right? Shout out to you, honey, man. You talk about your ride or die in this life, man. A lot of people, I don't believe, either develop or marry, right? Or date, right? Their best friend. They don't do it. Again, family, let the defenses go. If you want healing, you can't sit there and not submit yourself to someone trying to help you, right? You got to sit down in that chair and listen to what the doctors or nurses are telling you, right? You have to sit there, right, and allow yourself to be put under the anesthesia. They cannot do it without your approval, right? Just like your government can't screw y'all without your approval. I know the illusion is that they are just doing it and doing it and doing it well, right? Remember that old school R&B hip hop song back in the day? Talking about giving you that good screw job, right? And Lord knows they do, but they can't do it without your permission. This is not sexual abuse going on out here, y'all. This is willful admission to something. Yeah, I know how much of a groundbreaking thought that is. That's exactly what this is, family. This is not for revolution, not from the standpoint of the way people have been saying it. Because again, we hiding behind stuff. Nobody got a problem talking about the American, quote unquote, revolution. Again, I like calling it the European revolution because that's all it was Europe fighting Europe for who was going to take these lands. That was a cover. We got to stop acting like, oh, the other ones they just wanted to live free. Yeah, if they wanted to live free with the peoples down here, they would have shared this land more. But is that what happened, family? No, it's not. We got to stop blaming our native brothers and sisters. No. The treaties, all the stuff you read it, is smokescreen mess, y'all. They're not telling the whole truth. Just like you find out information later on about some other thing you find out about. Why do you think that is? Some of it is because you cannot study the whole of a subject. No one can, right? You find out things as you go along. The other side of it is because information is hidden. That's how it works. Right? That's how the game works. So just some things to get off the chest this morning. Number one, I want to make a correction, right? Well, first, let's finish this whole mean girl thing, right? We talked about that in a couple episodes prior. The idea where a good looking girl, right, or one is in shape, let's say it that way. We're going to have to get away from this hoax, okay? Which is in the mindset of people because they've been fed vanity and vain thoughts. So this is now how you, and I'm not saying that this is every relationship. So before the defenses, please, okay, please, we got to stop that, man. We're quick to defend and never quick to mend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird with that kind of dynamic. But You got the girl who is either got, she's been blessed by the maker with features. Okay. So it's all of that's going on, right? She's worked hard for stuff, not taking anything away from that, but just got to have one of these kind of, how do I say this? Big girls around her, right? Normally, like in high school, in certain movies that you see, this dynamic keeps coming out. You got to have this quote unquote, again, beautifully and wonderfully made. So let's put that on the table, right, ladies? But if we are being honest with ourselves, there's always that one that's with somebody that they consider, that they don't say, but that they consider to be either dumb, right, or fat, or just we'll let I don't know if y'all can hear Snoopy in the background, might be too far, but we'll let it play here for a second. Y'all might not be able to hear it, so if you can't, I forgive the static. Well, not static, the noise you hear, or the lack of noise you hear. Top of the hour, right? Anyway, we are one family. Again, the strong man comes in your house because you let him come in. And we have allowed many things to come in our lives because there is no, you look down on your overweight brother and sister, you shouldn't, right? Again, we should be concerned for all of our health care. That's how they playing with our health care, y'all, because we ain't concerned about it. We drive that narrative. And if we were all living healthier lives, then we would want to go to and make sure that doctors, again, as we have read from the Apocrypha, that the Christian will not recognize, is blessed of God, right? Think about all the pulpit sermons they could have had on that one. You go, touch your neighbor, say go, hey, to the doctor, yeah, doctor, whoever you go to, yeah, right? We gotta stop, y'all. We look silly out here, man, right? Self-check month is still in effect, y'all. We in February, man. Go. Your healthcare is messed up. You're the customer. Can we be honest, right? For the Karen out there in the family, right? You are the customer. Stop using your influence to cause disruption and start using it to bring unity to communities. Y'all, what are we doing? Yeah, they're supposed to provide you service. Not to the point where you're belittling people. That's not what it is. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Your boy didn't do something that he should do, which was kill the sound. Sorry. But this is where we're at, y'all. Right. So there's this divisional mess and trying to have somebody else around you to give you clout and stuff like that. Y'all, we honest in our line. Same thing in the families, man. Like, again, the husband got the wife and the kids there to make him look good. No, we make each other look good. We submit one to another. You missed that part of the verses, didn't you? Oh, man. We skip over that. Submit ye one to another, man. We're supposed to. Never mind. Right. So I want to correct something that I said last time. We were talking about Danny Rodriguez, and I'm looking. Right. But again, this is how we do in life. Right. We're looking at the source material, telling you something, but then we're saying something else. Right. Okay. Christians do it with the Bible all the time. That's why they act more like witch hunters than they do just people living in this life, walking with, right, and God in them on the way to the next. They're not doing that. They're not acting as passengers through this life. They're acting more like dictators. Anyway, and you got that from Massa, by the way, but we'll leave it alone, right? As you continue, there's nothing that you see of Christian is Christian, right? And we're talking Jesus now. There's nothing where everything was internal. Nothing had to do with anything external, right? Healing the house of faith, as they say, which is why Jesus had to talk with the Samaritan woman, right? It's why Jesus showed himself to Thomas, didn't chastise Thomas, not one bit. Christians, we do that. God didn't. There's nothing in the account that does that. When anybody questions how real God is, guess what God does every time? Shows how real God is. That's it. That's it. Because God knows we're going to question. But we don't study enough spiritual things, so we miss some stuff. And I don't know it all. Nobody does. Okay. But I know what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is that when you question something, God normally shows you right smack dab where you're at, right? This whole idea here, I call Danny Rodriguez, right, to talk about Joaquin Torres, who played an awesome role of the new Falcon that y'all will see going forward in Marvel, in Marvel movies, right, alongside Anthony Mackie, right? Again, I don't know if Disney backed into it or not, but ladies and gentlemen, there is a trope that has happened throughout humanity because of massa, which is the brown, or as I say, tan skin-toned people, right? Now I'm using brown, tan, these similar shades of wheat, as they say, right? Our Latin, Hispanic brothers and sisters have gotten into it. They're not the only group. This unnecessary beef was not there with us, y'all. Between black folks, you can go into certain parts of California, it's like that, especially with the gang activity. And I'm not just putting it on the gang activity, right? Hispanic folks and black folks, we don't talk to each other. Do you know how much massa has done harm to each one of us, man? We should be talking to each other. Just saying. This goes for our Asian brothers and sisters and black folks. Come on, somebody, right? This goes for our Indian. We're talking India, not native brothers and sisters. We're talking those from the land of India, our Indonesian brothers and sisters, right? We got to be talking to each other. Those who believe and worship, right? Who believe in Hinduism, right? Buddhism. We got to start talking to each other. I'm being for real. This is the black Christian we're just saying what it is now. There's no more time, y'all. We've been playing this game just a bit too long. It's time for a new game, y'all. Let's worry about something else that's wrong in humanity, man. Let's get past this one. Right. So I don't know whether Disney backed into that, which is a real life thing here, but the camaraderie, the friendship, right? That power of togetherness that is between the so-called black person, right? And our so-called Hispanic Latin brothers and sisters. There's such beauty and unity there, man. That's real. Also, other groups of people here that share a unity with the black man and woman, right? Or again, so-called black man and woman, is our white brothers and sisters. Those of us who see a thing, those of y'all who see a thing, who have seen the truth from the stories you've read, from the lessons you've heard, from the teachings and lectures you've heard, right? It's time to understand and grasp a hold of the truth. You want to sit in that pew on Sunday and worship God above, right? Sing holy, holy, holy. You got to understand that same maker has made everybody you see. Stop believing the hoax of what's there and who's cursed and all that mess. And this is, listen, judgment for us all. The same way I talk to black people about us not killing each other. Y'all keep on going in these cities, killing each other, following after massa. That's your own damnation, right? All we can do is just present a thing. Okay. That we've said that we will, and we're going to keep saying it, right? Repetition is necessary for learning. Okay. But yeah, you say you love folks as you do, man. That conversation, like we just read that verse as far as wives to husbands that act stupid, right? And fellas, if we drop the hoax, we act very stupid, right? Okay. Just saying what it is, right? Humility is necessary, okay? You that leader of that house, man, humility is necessary. Anyway, so it's not Danny Rodriguez, is Danny Ramirez. Just want to put respect on this brother's name, right? Thank you, sir, for your acting contribution to portraying a very real and serious thing that deals in both fiction and nonfiction, right? Working together for the cause of that which is most evil in this planet. Helping people understand the anger in them, because that's that whole idea there with the Red Hulk, right? Again, they're twisting some things. Again, if you have a critique on this movie, it should be comic based. Anything in this, and again, people going to do what they want to do, but we're just saying from the opinion of the content creator, right? If we're going to have beef with this movie, it should be something that is comic based, because that's what it is a comic book movie. Still, comics take from real life events. So if you're getting mad, you see in politics, quote unquote, again, conversations about city or state, that's what the word politic means. From where you get politics. if you are worried about seeing things about your city and state, man, that no wonder that same kind of thing flows over into real life. Folks are not concerned about what's going on around them, yet you're getting screwed by what's going on around you. And folks can't see the mental disorder there. You can't see the dysfunction there. I do. I see it clear as day. Yeah. So, no, Danny Ramirez, brother, thank you. Right. Thank you for your contribution to this movie. I just wanted to make that correlation just to be clear, man. That movie was really good, y'all. All right. Again, you want to talk about the fact that they never do the Hulk character like we had mentioned last time. They don't do for some odd reason, when it gets to the Hulk, they're good with it. They want the anger part and they want the Hulk smash, all of that. They want to see that brute mentality because, again, people are bloodthirsty. So you're okay with that part of it. But when you read the comics and you go further into depth of the internal, the literally internal conflict with Bruce Banner, Betty Ross, Thunderbolt Ross, right? When you see villains like the Leader, Abomination, all the different people that are in the Hulk comic, right? Which people rarely know. It's easy for folks to talk about Captain America and the Red Skull because, again, we're all World War II mind conscious. You're not mind conscious about the rest of the other stuff. So it's easy to latch on to certain things. Right. And then, again, you're using certain things that people can relate with, like America, or I should say the United States. It just wouldn't sound that same saying Captain United States. But when you say Captain America and you're talking about the Americas, yeah, Steve Rogers could be Captain America. So could Sam Wilson. So could Isaiah Bradley. And y'all going to see the grandson of that brother, Eli Bradley, when Young Avengers pops off. We're going to see that. Right? We got to get used to certain things here, ladies and gentlemen. Women at the forefront of the thing. Why can't the woman be at the forefront? You got to ask yourself that question. I know we use the Bible as a basis to downgrade the woman that God made to help the man. We're going to leave that alone. No, not be the help to the man. I said help the man. See, someone missed the equivocal language there. Woman is there made of their own, from the same dirt that the man came from, and was placed there by God literally to give him help because he needs it. Can't do this on his own. And Lord, can't you see this? Males, they cannot do this on their own. They leave that woman strapped with babies all over this planet, man. Can't do it on your own. You got to be together. Never mind. We're going to leave it alone. Whew, Jesus. We're going to leave it alone, right? You think you're living in that relationship by yourself. That's why it's easy for you to talk down to that woman. Beat on that woman because you think you're doing it by yourself. Whew. Man, oh, man. You don't conjoin together and realize your kids are a team, something that passes down to you, part of the regeneration process God put in this planet that they live on in your stead. But you keep on believing those certain things you read in the Bible. Because you think, oh, that's the holy words of God. You better be careful. When man's hands gets on something, that thing goes sideways every time. Every time. Right. These are just a certain few things, family, I just wanted to bring to the table. Again, we said we was going to keep it short. We're keeping it right at 18 to 20 minutes. That's what it is. Because, again, many of these things in life, we don't have to expound on 40 and 50 minutes. Although a lot of times, as far as the podcast is, there's certain things we had to get off our chest. There's certain things that had to be said. So we took some time saying it. Okay. And it's on top of my rambling and everything else, right? So, again, thank y'all for your support, family. Thank y'all for walking this road with your boy. That's why I say it that way. And we're going to end off here. Thank you for walking this road with me, right? Shout out to Captain America, A Brave New World, who has now crossed $100 million this Valentine's Day weekend, right? Cap is black, y'all. You're going to have to square away with that, man. Cap is back and Cap is black, y'all, right? So thank you very much for walking this road with me, family. I love y'all. God bless y'all. That's for real, me saying that, right? And until next time, as always, look to find the beauty in a different view.